Hello YouTube! Today a short video on the often forgotten rebellion in Riften, around the middle of the 4th era. This is quite an obscure piece of lore to a lot of people, since it only gets talked about a few times throughout the lore, mainly only in one book, so that's what I'll be citing most in this video. But after reading up a bit, I never really talk about it, I realized, on the channel, so therefore I now make this short video to solve that, so enjoy! So, something that most people don't realize, that Riften hasn't always been the slummy and backward city of Skyrim. The way Riften is presented to us in the game makes it seem like it's just a rotting city and as if it's always been as such. But that isn't really true. While Riften has always had a bit of a shady image, it wasn't always this bad. At the start of the 4th era, Riften was one of Skyrim's major trading hubs, which hosted trade caravans to and from Morrowind. And due to its location, it was actually the prime fishing spot for all of Skyrim. However, all of this changed when during the Void Nights, the Jarl that mediated the stability of the region was assassinated. Then, amidst the confusion of the assassination, a new Jarl was installed in the year 98 of the 4th era. This Jarl was named Hosgrun Crossdaggers. Many believe that this was all the result of a coup and that he had the previous Jarl assassinated, but nobody was really able to prove it, and he immediately started establishing a tight grip over Riften. According to the Book of Crossdaggers, he took the guard of the city under his personal control and used them to mute all the protesters that protested his reign, and he initiated a permanent curfew. Anyone out on the streets after a certain time would be immediately jailed without a process and executed if caught again. His reign continued for over 40 years over the city, as he basically ruled the city with an iron fist and, well, basically drilled the city's image to the rest of Tamriel to the ground, meaning that less and less traders would come to the city over the years. He built a large wooden castle for himself in the middle of the city and used the taxes of the city's residents to pay for it, making it so that while the city got poorer, the taxes increased, because after a certain time the taxes in Riften became outrageously high. According to the book, this castle became the visual reminder of the oppression in the city, and people would call it Hosgrun's Folly in mockery. At the end of his reign, the mismanagement had finally caught up with him, as the people were in dire starvation and not enough medicine and other supplies were entering the city. This resulted in disease and famine all around. The people of Riften then revolted against the Jarl in the year 129 of the 4th era. They completely overwhelmed the city guard in a massive protest and set the large castle on fire, while the Jarl was still inside. This killed the Jarl and made the people victorious. However, the flames raged on overnight, as the flames spread to the rest of the city, and most of the city was in ruins after a while. Over the course of 5 years, Riften was rebuilt into the small shady city that we know today, never to fully recover from the fire and never to get its reputation back after 40 years of mismanagement and corruption. And while the Jarl that caused it might be dead, the corruption never really disappeared. Now, another interesting side note about this is that actually in the Elder Scrolls Blades, as you can see now on the screen, this is alluded to under the Riften flag. This is actually where I got part of the inspiration for this video, because I saw this in Blades and I just wanted to show this because people keep saying that there's no lore in Blades. Well, there is these kind of small lore notes. So that is the short story of Jarl Hosgrun Crossdaggers, whose emblem is still on the flag of Riften for some reason, and the story of the Riften Rebellion. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, consider sticking around for the next lore video. And before I end this video, allow me to thank my top patrons Bernardo Binda, Hayden Barnes, Gabriel Binda and Sam Kempling. These guys are the absolute best, along with the other people on screen of course. With that said, I will see you all next week with another lore video. Bye!